Hello, welcome back to the news. I'm Scott Kennedy.
And I'm Logan O'Neill. Today, our focus will be on the Hubble Telescope and some of the new features it has to produce images.
On April 29, 1990, the Hubble Telescope was launched into space with the purpose of capturing images of the last frontier. Today, more and more features are added to it in order to enhance the quality of the images and have the capability to take certain types of pictures.
And now we'll send it over to Matthew, who will be interviewing the Hubble Telescope expert.
Hi, I'm Matthew Lodwick, and today I'll be interviewing Dr. Wormboy, the Hubble Telescope expert. Hello, Dr. Wormboy. So, Doctor, what type of telescope is the Hubble Telescope, and what makes it different or special?
Well, the Hubble Telescope, in fact, is a Cassegrain reflector. And what it does is the light enters the telescope and bounces off the primary mirror, which hits off the secondary mirror and goes through a hole in the primary mirror, and it goes to all the instruments, which I'll explain later, to produce the images of the light. And what makes the Hubble Telescope so special is not that it magnifies light, because a common misconception with telescopes is they just magnify a lot of light, but in fact, the Hubble Telescope can capture a lot of light and produce images that you can't see with the naked eye or with some regular telescopes.
So, what's the new instrument on the Hubble Telescope, and what makes it so special?
Well, the newest addition to the Hubble Telescope is the Wide Field Camera 3, or the WFC3 as we call it in the Hubble Telescope world. And what the WFC3 does is it can capture visible light, ultraviolet light, and near-infrared light. So it can produce images and capture the observations made through the telescope of not just visible light or ultraviolet light or just near-infrared light, but an image with all three lights showing, so you can see all the lights in the universe. And the way that the WFC3 why's so special is it uses, or all the instruments, they use certain microchips in them, which can kind of discern what type of light it is.
So the Hubble Telescope allows you to see into the past, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, it can actually. It's pretty impressive. What they use is the ACS, or the Advanced Camera for Surveys. And so what this Advanced Camera for Surveys does is it picks up all the near-infrared light in the universe, basically. And when you see the near-infrared light, that tells you kind of what's been there in the past. So anywhere where there's near-infrared light, then there was ancient galaxies there, and through multiple images and observations, you can piece together pictures of what the ancient galaxies looked like.
So can it also detect weather on other planets?
Yes, it can actually. The Hubble Telescope uses what they call the solar blind channel in the telescope, and what it does is it blocks out the visible light through the lens, so you can only see the ultraviolet light, which allows you to study weather patterns on other planets, big storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, any sort of large-scale storm in planets like Jupiter and Mars.
Thank you for your insight, Dr. Wormboy. Now back to you.
Wow, that was great. Thanks to Matthew and Dr. Wormboy on that interesting stuff about space telescopes.
I'm Scott Kennedy,
And I'm Logan O.
and thank you for watching.